What's up everyone, welcome to Wise Wealth, where we dive into all things personal finance. Today we've got a special video in store. It's actually the first of its kind. Today we're launching a series on this channel called Stock of the Week. In Stock of the Week, we pick a stock for any host of reasons. It may have been in the news recently, a recent earnings report may have been published, or anything else, and we break it down in a single video for you. We'll take a look at any recent events that may affect the stock, what its performance has been like, and what we think it will be in the near future. The analysis will go into the financials, what it's trading at, and ultimately, do we think it's a good investment at this point in time? At the end of the analysis, we'll rate the stock out of 10 to give you an idea of it in a quick and easy to understand video. And I hope that it helps you with your own investment decisions. Now, I must caveat this by saying that this is not financial advice and is purely my own thoughts on the stock and intended for educational purposes. I'd always advise doing your own due diligence before investing your own money. So welcome to episode 1. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that this is a relatively new channel, so we're starting this series to introduce some new content, and I hope that it will provide you guys with some value. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. If you're looking for content about stock market, investing, and personal finance, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new content. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. So in today's video, we'll be looking at Barclays PLC. And for those of you who don't know, Barclays are a transatlantic consumer and wholesale bank with global reach, offering products and services across the following segments: personal, corporate and investment banking, credit cards and wealth management. They're listed on the FTSE 100 on the London Stock Exchange, and their share price has been quite volatile recently. I chose Barclays for this video for a number of reasons. Firstly, their share price has been steadily decreasing over the last 3 years, with it being absolutely hammered by the pandemic, effectively halving in value. But as of today, Barclays has seen a mini rally of some sort, with the stock currently up 8% in a single day as of this video. Now, there are a few reasons for this, and we'll look into them further in this video. What we will analyze in this video is, will this upward trend continue in the near future? And could we profit off a spike in growth? Or is the rally short-lived and will the stock return to its normal value soon? As of this video, they're currently trading at 97.3 pence. So first off, let's look at performance. How has the firm performed over the last few years? Well, as you can see, here are the revenues and operating profits over the last few years. Revenues have been fairly stagnant, with the operating profits rising quite significantly in 2016. Unfortunately for investors at the time, UK banks were hit really hard around this with the Brexit referendum, so they didn't see a share price gain in line with the growth of operating profits. As you can also see, the fall in share value over time has meant the lowering of the price to earnings ratio, to where it's actually recorded today at a low of 6.37. The general consensus has been that, at this price, Barclays has been an attractive buy for quite some time. I actually invested in Barclays a few days ago, and now my share value is up around 9.5%. Another interesting point is that Barclays' quarterly results are expected to be announced on the 29th of April, tomorrow. What's interesting about this is that investors in the banking industry have been pleasantly surprised as of late, when on Sunday evening, Deutsche Bank, one of the industry's consistent underperformers, announced that it would make a profit during the first quarter of 2020, rather than the loss that was expected. How did the market react? Deutsche shares shot up almost 12%. With the announcement tomorrow, can we expect Barclays' results to also be positive? And will the stock see a rapid rise as a result? After all, it has been trading at a much discounted price. Profits are expected to take a big hit though, with Barclays allegedly setting aside £1 billion to cover bad debts estimated to emerge from the crisis. The bank seems well capitalized to cover this, but it will have an impact on performance. The number is around the same as the funds Credit Suisse is setting aside for the anticipated loan losses, but significantly less than HSBC, who said it could set aside as much as £9 billion to cover bad loans. HSBC's outlook is much bleaker, with their pre-tax profits from January to the end of March falling 48% to $3.2 billion, down from $6.2. Are Barclays being optimistic with their outlook on bad debts? Moving on to dividend analysis. What does the dividend look like for Barclays? Well, in March, Barclays, among many other banks in the UK, announced that they are suspending dividend payments this year because of the coronavirus pandemic. The bank said that they had taken the decision after a request from the Bank of England's Prudential Regulation Authority. The PRA also said it expected the banks to suspend cash bonuses to senior staff. The suspension includes ordinary dividend payments, accrual of ordinary share dividends, and share buybacks. Additionally, it cancelled the 6p per ordinary share full year 2019 dividend that was due for payment on the 3rd of April. This will no doubt strengthen Barclays' cash position during the crisis. On the right is the annual dividend history over the last few years. It's not the highest yielding stock on the market, but it has room for growth with a healthy dividend cover. Dividend payments are usually paid out quarterly with Barclays. The dividend payments isn't what initially attracted me to the stock, but rather the price it was at and had been for quite some time now. Personally, I think there is room for continued growth when we look at what this stock was valued at over the past few years in comparison to its earnings. But there may be a couple of market factors that inhibit future growth. And if we see a sharp rise after the quarterly earnings, then I might be inclined to sell and reinvest elsewhere. The rally could cause a sell-off, with traders looking to make a quick profit, and maybe wipe out any gains fairly quickly. As I mentioned in a previous video, consumer-based stocks might be a safer bet during the crisis, with revenues not being impacted as significantly. So overall, I think that Barclays has been a solid buy for quite some time now. The recent rally suggests there is optimism about their quarterly earnings. With the UK currently navigating through the peak of the COVID-19 virus and the lockdown restrictions set to be reviewed in 9 days, it may be some time away, but eventually the restrictions on movement will be eased and we will hopefully see a rise in economic activity. For this reason, I'm going to give this stock a solid 7 out of 10. A couple of reasons why I haven't given it a higher score are: interest rates are so low right now at 0.1% that lending margins are squeezed for banks at the moment. Barclays won't be making much profit off loans at the minute, and that's coupled with the fact that a lot of borrowers may be struggling to make payments at all. With the rise in unemployment and the fall in economic activity, a lot of borrowers have seen a fall in income, consumers and corporate alike. It'll take some time before we uncover the impact the banks will feel with regards to bad debt. Also, I predict that Q2 results will not be as positive, as a lot of the economic impact will be realised then rather than the 3 months that preceded it. So for that reason, we may see a peak of some sorts for Barclays, if it is to spike after the quarterly earnings. So if this stock isn't on your watch list, keep an eye out for its movement in the near future. I know I'll be paying close attention to the earnings tomorrow and how the market reacts. I might look to sell off while it's up and invest into one of the other stocks on my watch list. I'll definitely keep you posted. I'd also be really interested to hear your thoughts on this, so let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the situation surrounding Barclays at the moment? Thanks for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you found it useful, smash the like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more episodes of Stock of the Week, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified of new posts. I upload all sorts of videos on this channel, not just the Stock of the Week stuff, so if you're interested in investing videos, top fives, and personal finance in general, check out my channel for more, and until next time, see ya.